Greetings and welcome to another episode of Monday Mantra. On today's mantra, I'm going to be going over the top 5 tips to attract business to you. These are techniques that I have been using myself for the past 15 years here in Los Angeles as one of our glorious city's top real estate brokers. Okay, let's crack on with the video. So welcome to my Monday Mantra. Mantra is just one of the things that I do on my channel. I talk about more creative ways to be an entrepreneur with a heavy dose of real estate. So you might want to smash that subscribe button or at least give us a like. I would love you for it. Okay, let's get into the top 5 tips to attract business to you. This is for when you are prospecting. You always must provide something of value. These 2 words, I think, are the worst words for prospecting ever. Just checking in. Checking in? Who cares? Nobody's got the time for you to just check in. Always make a point of creating some value. Perhaps it's to tell someone what the house down the block sold for, to tell someone what the area appreciated to tell someone there might be a new development going in, or a shopping mall, or a sports center. Something. Always call people with value, otherwise you're just wasting their time. Response time. I have to tell you that the success of me and my wife are partners here in Los Angeles. When I was an agent, my wife would get back to people like lickety-split. The moment an email came in, they got a response straight away. The moment somebody sent in a question, they got a response. The moment there was an inquiry, anything whatsoever, the response time was so short that I am convinced that helped us really get a foothold. Because if someone reaches out to you and you get straight back to them, you have exponentially increased your chances of turning them into a long-time client. All of these things make us much more attractive, right? So if you're dealing with someone, like if you want to get a new carpet in your house and you call a carpet company, somebody calls you right back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry I missed your call. How can I help? Would you like shag pile? Would you like wool? Would you like nylon? Whatever the carpets are made of, I have no idea." But if somebody gets back really quick and they're friendly and nice and helpful and have a positive attitude, chances are if you hear what you want, you're going to stop looking. Yes, you've heard me say this over and over and over again. We have to be positive. We have to be optimists. Now that doesn't mean that we're going to tell someone everything's fine when the world is falling apart, or when a particular area or what product we're selling. So if someone says, I want to buy in, I'm going to make up an area, Park Hills, right? I don't think there's a Park Hills here in LA. So if somebody says, I want to buy in Park Hills, and I know that Park Hills is, probably not going to appreciate as well as somewhere else, I might go, hey, listen, I really love the fact that you seem to be hot on this area of Park Hills. But my intuition and my expertise and, my length of time in the business tells me I think you're probably going to be more suited to go to area X. We can get a similar product for the similar amount of money, and I really do feel within 10 years that this will appreciate more than Park Hills. So you've turned a negative instead of like, just don't really feel Park Hills, man. It's not good, it's not good. We start putting doubt in people's mind. Now, naturally, we're here to be people's guides. We have to tell the truth. We have to be client focused. But have you ever met someone that's got tons of energy, that feels really optimistic, and that is just positive to be around? It's intoxicating. And if you are one of those people, or you can make yourself one of those people, guess what? You are gonna become more attractive. Over the years, I've worked with people and they're like, Pete's so great, he's just so full of energy, he's endless with his ideas and with his thoughts. He'll always get back to you. I'm human. I have moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm just so beat, I don't want to do anymore. But I kind of push through it. And I always try and give the absolute most honest opinion I can possibly give. But I give it with a real positive kind of outlook, even if the actual ultimate advice is bad, right? You can still do it with positivity. Tip number 4 is this. Always, always, always pick up your phone. When somebody calls and you don't know the number, it's so tempting these days to just let it go to voicemail. Let voicemail filter it out. Let me see if voicemail's gonna figure out who's calling. I don't want to be bothered by the dry cleaner or the doctor or some guy selling carpets. Some of the top brokers in LA, and I could name them, but I won't. Every time I call, regardless of if I'm calling from my cell phone or an office phone or a house phone, they will pick up. Top agents always, always, always pick up, especially when they don't know the number. Now, if it's someone that's trying to sell you something, which that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day, I politely say to someone, I'm terribly sorry, you've caught me at such a bad moment. I'm standing with a bunch of people. Do you mind emailing me what you want to show me? And I'll gladly take a look, but I have to go right now. So I'm super polite, but you know what? The amount of business that I have captured over the years from picking up the damn phone, and guess what? In 2021, people just don't pick up the phone as much. So if people are calling and you actually pick up, you might get this, and I'm sure you've had it. Oh wow, you picked up. I'm amazed. Nobody ever picks up anymore. Well, imagine if 90% of your competition is not picking up, you have just increased your odds if they call you by picking up by 90%. You gotta know your You've got to know your inventory. You've got to know it inside and out. Let's just say you're a candlestick maker or you make candles. You need to know what ABC Candles is doing, XYZ Candles is doing. You need to know the scents, whether imported, what they're planning for next season. Same goes for real estate. You need to know what's come on the market, what's just sold, what is going to be coming up in a few months. Why is this? Because this all jam-packs into your UVP, your unique value proposition, which is the big fat glacier cherry that sits on this sundae of attraction, right? I've always been a very big proponent of attraction rather than promotion. And I think if you can attract people to you through your energy, your enthusiasm, your little nuggets, right? Remember, that was tip number 1, always have something of value. But then you know your trade and you know your inventory inside and out, they are gonna be way more attracted to you than someone that's just touting a postcard saying, #1 agent in the area. So those are my top 5 tips to turn you into an exceptionally attractive proposition to your clients, which ultimately means you will attract way more business. And I live by these rules. Everything I share, I live by. So thank you very, very much for joining me on another Monday Mantra. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna say it at the end. If you're still here, smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Toodaloo!